What up, what up? This is Ace OG. Back from another topic, back from another video. So the title of this video is going to be 18-hour fasting challenge, day 2. So admin notes, thanks again to all the subscribe to the channel. I endeavor to keep pushing the video out. Give you leverage, better yourselves. So let's get into it. So currently I am doing a 18-hour a day fast challenge. This is day 2. I do not have a video for day 1 because I started yesterday. Yesterday was October 1st. Today is October 2nd, 2024. So I started yesterday because I wanted to really start getting rid of this tire that I got around my stomach here, right? Because, of course, you guys have seen me all the time work out, going outside and, maybe jogging or walking or something like that. And then I also do a little bit of weight training as well. But I'm doing this challenge because I'm trying to prepare myself for a 3-day fast where I'm not going to eat anything. And I'm going to do that sometime in November. But when I started to gain weight after I left the Army about 6 years ago now, retired for 6 years. Man, 6 years retired is kind of crazy. Like, man. Yeah, it kind of blows me that I actually finished 20 years of being there, and then I'm 6 years removed now. Military almost feels like a dream now. but yeah, I started gaining a lot of weight when I first retired, and one of the guys that I was in the Army with suggested 18-hour fasting, meaning that you fast for 18, you only eat for 6. So the time frame I'm going to be using is start eating at 3 p.m. and then stop eating at 9 p.m. Now, I'm not going to keep myself very restricted when it comes to what I eat, because I've already seen the results of actually doing 18-hour fasting and not necessarily eating what you want to eat, but being careful, not going crazy as far as like, eating a whole bunch of junk food and eating fast food and things like that. Like if I run into a situation where I have to like grab a Jersey Mike's sandwich or something like that, or, get a small bowl of rice and some chicken, then, fine, you know what I'm saying? But, candy, no-go. Pastries, no-go. I limit my bread a whole lot, like barely eating any bread at all. Anything that's sugary, as far as like drinks and things like that, that's gone. That's a no-go. So, like I said, I'm not going to restrict myself as far as like, eating strictly healthy, as for like eating raw fruits and vegetables. But I'm telling you, only eating for 6 hours a day for a long period of time, you're going to lose weight regardless of whether you work out or not. That's the way the body works. Now, as a caveat to this, if you're going to fast, please do it under the advisement of a nutritionist or a doctor, because I'm not neither one of those things. So if you want to do this with me, I strongly suggest you consult one of those two professionals, because if your body's used to eating 3 meals a day and you're used to eating junk food and all those other things, the first couple of days is gonna be hell. It's gonna be rough. It really is. And I've seen folks get headaches, stomach aches, all these other things. And in the Army, I was put in situations where I couldn't eat I could only eat like once a day. So it's not to say that I was used to it. It's just it's like muscle memory. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember myself being in a situation where I could only eat 1 meal a day. So once I started doing this after I retired, once I started gaining weight, it didn't hurt me a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I was in a situation to where I was like, oh my God, I can't eat. I was used to it, so it wasn't really a big deal. But like I said, I'm doing this 18-hour fast for 30 days because I want to get myself prepared for a 3-day fast. I'm trying to do a reset, y'all. I've done blood work recently, and the doctor is saying that I'm pre-diabetic and all these other things, and like the devil is a lie. We're not doing that at all. At all. So I'm going to do the 18-hour fast, meaning that, like I said, I'm not going to eat for 18 hours and I'm going to eat for 6. So like I said, from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m., that's my window of eating. And it's not to say I'm going to eat anything I want to eat. It's just that I'm going to only eat during those hours. And it's going to be beneficial. I know it's going to be. I'm still going to have some coffee, right? And that's fine. For one, I don't use sugar or cream with my coffee. And to be quite honest, I'm not even going to front. I would say maybe 15 to 20 times within the last 5 years I've actually used sugar and cream with my coffee. Like, I drink coffee black 90% of the time, all the time, more than 90% actually. So I know a lot of folks are like, how in the world can you drink coffee like without sugar and cream? Like, that's disgusting, But once I saw my labs and saw that they were saying I was pre-diabetic, I need to cut out most sugar. And I was drinking so much coffee, I'm like, cutting out cream and sugar is like one of the first things I can do to start cutting out processed sugar intake. So that's what I did. And actually, it feels weird now for me to have coffee with cream and sugar. So I don't do it anymore. I just drink it straight black. So I'm not making this video to encourage you to too fast. Do it at your own discretion. But fasting can be very beneficial. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually documenting my journey. So I'm going to take some pictures of my chest and stomach, and I'm going to show you the results from. Well, maybe I'll take a picture today, or maybe tomorrow. So that'd be like day 2 or day 3, and I'm gonna take another picture on day 30 and show you how things go, how things went. And then once November comes in, I'm going to do a 3-day fast, where I'm going to do nothing but water and coffee. No food at all. Do your own research, please. There's plenty of YouTube channels, plenty of YouTube videos that you can look up that's going to tell you the benefits of fasting, and it's also going to explain to you in some of those videos how you can gradually start eating again after you fast. Because one thing I will say is, if you try to eat what you was eating before after you fast, you're gonna be hurting, y'all. You're gonna be really hurting. I remember this one time when I was in basic training. I did basic training during the summertime in South Carolina, in Columbia, South Carolina. Why I decided to do that, I have no idea. It was 1998, and I think that was like on record, like one of the hottest summers they had in South Carolina. So I mean, when I mean hot, I mean it was extremely hot, extremely hot. Always in uniform, it wasn't like we was in shorts and short sleeve shirt, I'm saying? We was in uniform outside all day long training. So they let us go into one of the major parade fields during the 4th of July weekend. I think the 4th of July weekend fell on a weekend that year. But that was one of the days that they allowed us to eat what we wanted. It was a setup, y'all. So I go to the parade field with some of my body buddies in basic training. And I was a huge candy freak before I joined the military. My grandmother was. She always had candy in the house. Didn't matter what kind of candy it was. Hard candy, candy bars, chocolate, you name it. Candy was there. But I was a rail, so I couldn't gain weight at all, but I was eating candy all the time. So we go into the parade field, watch fireworks, all these other things. And I'm like, man, I'm going to have me a Kit Kat, a Milky Way. Milky Way was one of my favorite candy bars when I was growing up. I probably ate maybe like equivalent to like a bag of candy during the time I was out there on the field. And I'm telling y'all, before I can get to bed that night, my stomach was doing tosses and turns. That was one of the worst feelings I ever had in my life. Like I didn't puke or anything like that, but like I was hurting. Oh my God, I ain't never gonna forget that. That if I had to put top 5 of the times I felt really, really sick, that was in the top 5, hands down. And the reason being is because by the time the 4th of July came up, I had not eaten candy for a month and a half, right? So, I'm talking about no sweets at all. In basic training, they don't play that. Like, you're not eating anything junk at all. You're eating nothing but healthy food the whole time you're in basic training. So, in essence, it kind of forced my body to fast to a certain degree, right? So, after a month and a half of not eating candy, to eat that much sugar at one period of time, like my body went into like shock. It really did. Like I don't even know how I even made it the very next day afterwards. Like I was hurting, y'all. But anyways, 18-hour fast for 30 days is what I'm doing. Hope you follow my journey, and hope I'll be an inspiration to you, because we got to get right, y'all. And as a black culture, it's too many of us that's fat around here. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. My apologies if I offend you or whatever, but you know if you're fat or not. You know that. You know what I'm saying? So if you're fat, then we need to get right, because we're dying off way too early as a black culture. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna say any names, but there's another ethnic group that's watching us laughing, because we fat as I don't know what around here. You know what I'm saying? And we're dying by the masses because of what we eat and we don't exercise. We got to get right, y'all. Let's get right. All right. So you want me to discuss the topic or subject you think beneficial to the channel? Email me at findingfitnessfolk@gmail.com. My email address in the description below. ZaceOG signing out. I'm gone.